Welcome to Motorcycle Insider. My name is Tristan, and this is your destination for information from inside the powersports industry, reviews, first rides, buyer's guides, and anything else you'll need to make an informed decision. If you like what you see here, please subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, ride safe out there.
We are scooting around on the 2020 Kawasaki Z125 Pro, and I feel like I'm riding a scooter right now. This thing is so much fun though. I can't even lie. Oh my god, I bought this really to be a dedicated stunt bike because I did have a little accident, little wheelie related accident on the 701. And I mean, I pretty much spent half of what it cost to buy one of these fixing it. So the way I looked at it is, if you do this one more time, you could have just bought one of these and not had to mess up your nice, pretty $12,000 bike. So I'll mess up a nice, pretty little $3,000 bike, and that'll be fine. I mean, this thing is really, it's a hoot. I mean, you can't help but giggle when you're riding around on it because it's so stupid. I mean, it has no power. It's got like 7 horsepower. 0 to 60 never. I mean, but it's just so fun. I mean, super easy to ride. I mean, and we're in top gear right now. It only has four gears. I mean, you can just flick this thing around. It's so light, it's so nimble. And I mean, it's small. I mean, I barely fit on it. I could do with some rear sets that lowered my feet a little bit, so maybe my knee's about there. But I'm pretty much crouched all the way up on this, and I'm digging into the sides a little bit, but it's not unbearable. Definitely not uncomfortable, but you know, for doing stunts, I would like to be able to grip this thing a little tighter without hurting my knees. So we're just going for a little cruise today. I'm gonna ride this thing until I can't anymore. Just to get it broken in. I don't want to be wringing this thing out. Let's see if I get a biker wave from a Harley. Nope. I expected as much. So funny. I mean, I even wave at scooters sometimes when I'm on my big bike, usually on accident, but you know, I do. Y'all, this thing, I mean, at $32 or $31.99, it's a little less expensive than the Grom, which is clearly what Kawasaki was targeting with this. But I would say this is the better buy. Regardless of the money, if they cost the same, if this was $100 more, whatever, this is the better bike. It is geared a little bit better. They say that, you know, in a drag race, a very, very slow drag race, albeit that, oh, sorry, it's pinching my neck. The Z is a little faster. And is that really a big benefit? No. But the thing is, though they are both 125cc power plants, the Grom is under square and the Z is over square. So what that means is the Grom has, I mean, I don't want to say this backwards. The Grom has a smaller bore and a longer stroke. That's under square. And the Z has a larger bore and a shorter stroke. And what that does is, you know, you'd think you'd want low-end power on something like this, but you're never in the low end. I mean, you ready? When we start going? All right, we're in the low end. Now we're in the top end. I mean, you're never there. So, and to wheelie a Grom, or a Z125, you're revving it up to like 7 or 8K and dumping the clutch. I mean, at least. So this is going to make more of its power in the top end. So while that seems kind of stupid, you know, you're not buying this for top speed and, you know, high top end power. That's where you are most of the time. So when you're cruising around, you know, I'm in the power right now, what little of it that there is. And the Grom would be starting to lose power at this point. So it's actually more beneficial to have the engine designed that way. Just because that's where you're gonna be most of the time. Also, the Z125 has 4-way adjustable preload in the rear shock, where the Grom is non-adjustable. They say that the front end is a little stiffer on the Z2, which is good because you're probably going to be an adult riding this. I don't see any 8-year-old kids riding Groms around. So it is good to have that little bit of adjustability on the bike. Oh, I thought there would be a way through here. I could just jump the curb and say screw it, but I'm not going to. Don't want to get it dirty on the first day. I got 23 miles on this thing. I bought it last night while I was at work. My butt really hurts, guys. Not because this is uncomfortable, but from my my little accident. My butt cheek's a little swole, guys, so not going to be doing anything too crazy. Again, also, I'd like to get this thing, you know, at least most of the way broken in before I start going crazy on it and doing dumb stuff. Missed a gear. I need to adjust the foot brake and adjust the shifter. They're not in quite the most comfortable position for me. But man, this thing is so fun to ride. And the beautiful thing is too, you know, when you have a nice bike, everybody wants to ride it. Including people that don't know how to ride bikes. So now, you know, I can teach people how to ride on this. The ladies love them. All right, your friends are probably going to say ridiculous, hurtful things about you when you pull up on this, because I mean, they're not going to understand. But the ladies, whether they understand it or not, they think it's cute, because it is. It's super cute. All right, so it's a really good time, guys. I mean, if you're between buying a scooter to jump around on and buying one of these, for God's sake, don't buy a scooter. Oh man, I mean, yeah, you can buy a little Chinese scooter for like 1,500 bucks, but the thing is, that's not going to last you very long because they're Chinese junk. This is from a reputable Japanese manufacturer. It's actually going to last. And you can do so much with it. I mean, people build these things into little baby bobbers. A lot of people make them into stunt bikes. People make them into drag bikes, which I really don't understand. It would be kind of cool to throw a big old turbo on this, you know, and and go drag it. But no, not my cup of tea, especially on something that's this slow to begin with. I'm not doing that. Yeah, purely bought this thing to do stunts on, to save my 701 a little bit of grief, because I beat on that thing pretty hard, and now that I've, you know, looped a wheelie on it, I just I don't want to beat on it like that, you know. I mean, it's a nice bike, not the cheapest bike. I mean, if I wanted a beater, you know, stunt trash bike, I would have bought a DRZ 400. Well, just run up on me like that. See, and people are going to give you no respect on the road with this, I can already tell. So you do need to be aware of that. I did take the mirrors and the tag bracket off, which now I have no blinkers in the back. While I was trying to signal with my blinkers there, I could not do it. On my big bike, I never need to, because I'm going faster than the rest of the traffic around me, so I really don't need to signal a turn to people behind me. But on this, you kind of do, guys. So don't just take the blinkers off. Get some nice integrated ones. Get an integrated tail light or something, because that'll probably help keep you a little safer out here. Oh, there's not a stop sign here. I'm stupid. No one's behind me. It's okay. Nobody saw. Another thing about this over the Grom, this has a really flat, almost banana style seat, I guess you could say, on it. So I can slide all the way back here if I want to do some stunts, right? The Grom has that step seat, so you're kind of stuck in place. Now, word of the wise, if you're taller than me, you probably just need to get a Grom, because my legs are pretty long. I'm like 5'10", but my legs are probably as long as somebody that's over 6 feet tall. Because like I can touch the ground comfortably on my 701, and a lot of people my height can't. So God, I'm like oversteering into these turns because you can't power out of it. Yeah, so I could get away with maybe lowering these rear sets just a hair. I do have a buddy that can weld, and I could have him cut these and move them down a little bit, but I'm probably going to get the Z&Z rear sets. I don't know if they're any lower or not, but that was a recommendation from a stunt friend of mine with a Grom. He says you're gonna break the factory rear sets pretty quickly, probably the first time you go stunt it. So yeah, I'd like to have this thing prepared for the abuse that it's going to take before I start ragging on it. You know, I've seen a lot of guys, they've already got their Grom or their Z all rashed up. Okay, I'm having to slow down, and I'm on a 125, dude. I know your Camry goes a little faster than this. I know this is the scenic route and everything, but come on, dude. Am I really about to overtake on a Z125? I think I am. I'm going to wait till after this corner, though, because I can't power out of it. Dude, come on. Brutal. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. I started kicking my feet like I'm trying to pedal past him. Oh, it's so stupid. Beautiful day out today, guys. A little chilly. Got a windbreaker on, but still feeling it through my jeans a little bit. I'd love to go take this thing down a walking trail. That would be so freaking fun. I'm not gonna do that though. It's a Sunday. There's people out here. Probably not a fantastic idea. I go get some pictures of it out on the boat dock. That would be cool. Probably get in trouble for that too, or I'll dump it in the water. It would not be a fun day. Oh, man, it's beautiful out here. Thing about living in Florida, y'all, when it's not brutally oppressive hot, I mean, it is beautiful all year round. It's cool right now. I mean, it's in the 60s, might be even high 50s right now. It's actually I'm a little chilly, but still out here having a good time. Can't complain about it though, because it's going to be over 100 before you know it. You know, I'm also thinking about getting some. I saw what brand was it? What brand of tire was it? I can't remember. A good reputable tire manufacturer. I saw Shinko made some too. I don't trust Shinko though. I've had some experience with their tires and I really don't like them. What brand was it? I don't remember, but somebody is making a knobby off-road tire that is DOT approved. Still a pretty aggressive tread on there for the Z125, the Grom, and the Monkey. So I think I'm going to get a set of those, because from what it looks like, they're going to perform well on the street. I mean, they were ripping it around the track. He was backing it in. He was tearing it up. And then he's out there jumping it and, you know, doing all kinds of crazy stuff in the advertisement off-road. Looked like the front end grip was pretty exceptional. So I'd love to go bash some trails with this thing. I worry about having zero grip on these little tiny 12-inch street tires. So I think I'm going to get a set of those so I can stunt it and, you know, take it off-road. This, you know, kind of jack of all trades type of little machine. I mean, what do you do with a mini bike, right? Everything. You bash it off-road, you do stunts on it, you do wheelies on it, you know what I mean? So God, it is kind of chilly, guys. Also, don't plan on taking any highway trips with this thing, because they are not highway legal. And for good reason too, because this thing will barely do 60 miles an hour. And I haven't even broken these brakes in yet, so I probably couldn't stop from 60 if I tried. Let's do a hard brake. It's not bad. I'll lock the rear a little bit. But yeah, not a lot of brake feel on these guys. It's just kind of, ooh, that would be so fun. Ooh, that's a public road. A little off-road. Let's go. Oh, I'm hitting my leg with the steering wheel. Alright guys, we're about to let the Z eat off-road. Can we burn the tire? Nope. It won't even spin the tire. Oh, that's beautiful. This is a little bumpy. Front end feel is actually not bad. On my 701, I have zero front end feel off the pavement. It just rattles around. I mean, this is actually, I've got some decent control here. This is not bad at all. Okay, I see you. Little Z, I see you, little Z. The tire slipped because it's dirty. Oh man. Will it even burn out? There we go. A little bit, like nothing. Oh, this thing is so awesome. I wish that didn't say no motor vehicles. I would go rip down that. Can I like stand up? Does that help? Yeah, it does a little bit. Oh, my butt hurts though. Sit back. There we go. Yeah. Got a little swollen spot on my butt. And it's like right on the seat, so I gotta slide back a little bit on this bumpy off-road stuff. This thing is so awesome. Oh my god. I love this. Best $3 I ever spent. I mean, literally, I'm sure this is the most fun you could have for $3,000. Correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, please do. Go in the comments, guys. Tell me what you could have more fun with for $3,000. Single purchase for $3,000 that's this much fun. I think you're going to be hard pressed. I can't think of anything that is this much fun for $3 grand. I mean, come on.